What Tyreek said to the police is this: I have the same rights as a father as her mother, and I can take my baby whenever I want. That's the shit that gets you right there, man. When you have to say that, you must understand the society you live in.
You said, hold on, you said I want to throw my baby off the balcony? You said I want to throw my baby? I didn't say never stuff in that place.
The couple told police the argument never got physical. Keita Hill told police that the couple is going to therapy, but it's not working, and that she has now filed for divorce.
Tell us the truth!
All right, what's good, YouTube? It's your man, Book of AlphaRonomy, a.k.a. Doc BOA. Yep, I got time today. Professional athletes have a block in their brain that keeps them from being men off the court, off the field, off the track. They simply have something in them that won't let them defend themselves. It's like all of the masculinity they have is left on the field. When they say leave it all on the field, I come to find out they're talking about masculinity. Leave it all on the field, because these guys are some of the biggest simps you have ever seen. And they always seem to get caught up with the scallions of wags. And one recent example of that is Miami Dolphins wide receiver, top tier receiver, fastest receiver in the league, Tyreek Hill. Now, he, like all other athletes, decided that he was going to wife up a scallywag, a thought, a woman who walks around with her nip print showing, a woman who walks around with her camel toe showing, a woman who walks around scantily clad. And I want y'all to understand, this is always the downfall. So now, suddenly, he's facing a divorce now. Why is he facing a divorce? Well, to nip it in the bud, he married the wrong woman. He married a woman named Keita. Come on, man. Keita, Keisha, Kiana, Kiara, Kim, any of those. He married a woman named Keita, bro. And I want y'all to understand, she just filed for divorce. Now, this is after she did the thing that always happens before these situations with these athletes. She called the police because of a domestic dispute. Now, she accused the man of throwing a computer and taking his daughter. Now, when you say taking his daughter, he threw a computer, then he went and took his daughter. How can you take your own daughter? What the hell you mean he took his daughter? It just goes to show you that in these situations, the children belong to the woman. That's why you can't be so emotionally caught up with these women, dog, because they control all the emotional cards. But this man is 31 years old. He's in his prime, man. Top tier receiver, man. Was with the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? Won a bowl with the Chiefs. And I'm like, man, listen, bro. What are we doing, man? Why are you caught up with a broad at this point in your life? You know, I was going to talk about Jaden Daniels, man, but I probably will, man, because my take on it ain't the same as everybody else, man. Y'all be around here always talking about why you supposed, why that's the type of woman, he's to get with a woman and do this. Man, let me tell y'all something, man. That man, 31 years old, man, he's still pretty much a kid in life. He just getting to the point where he can claim adulthood. Now, she did admit that the argument never became physical. But if we're talking about an argument, why is this woman behaving this way? Why is this woman treating this man as if he's a monster or something? Now, here's another thing. When she filed for divorce, it's been just over a year. They tied the knot in November 2023. And I just want y'all to understand, brothers, that you have to take a chill that with a woman who doesn't want to be with you. Listen, this is the second time that they've been headed for divorce. He filed for divorce. And this is the same shit that happened with Ray J. When you file for divorce from a woman, she only begs you to take the divorce back so she can divorce you, fool. Once a woman realizes you don't want her anymore, man, she starts preparing to move on, dog. There is no woman on earth who has ever been faced with a man who filed divorce against her and then they stayed together and she didn't leave him. That's the only reason she stays, bro. The worst thing that can happen to a woman is for a man to divorce her. You know how I know that? Because the worst thing that happens to you men is for a woman to divorce you. You understand? You think about the psychological effect you have, but a woman is considered and deemed completely worthless. A woman can get another husband if she divorces her husband. A woman whose husband divorces her, even a simp is going to be wondering, whoa, what the hell happened? Men don't divorce their wives. What happened? And I just want y'all to understand, man, that when you put yourself in these situations, man, you are risking everything that you have built, everything that you have, all of these things. And then the situation gets worse because the mom of his wife has also reported to the police that she has witnessed some foul things take place. You know, listen, here's what women do, man. Women will paint the picture of you being the worst possible human being ever that's ever lived the earth, not taking in consideration the things she's done. And so when his wife's mother, Alicia Vaccaro, she contacted the Sunny Isles Beach police and said that he was very aggressive and impulsive, and she was fearing for her granddaughter's safety. You see, she didn't say fearing for her daughter's safety. She said fearing for her granddaughter's safety. Now, I will say this. There was an image that it was a faraway image that they claim is him, you know, doing what Michael Jackson did when Michael Jackson hung blanket over the balcony. The image, you can't really tell what it is, and it's too blurry to even magnify. It's blurry not being magnified. You magnify it, you can't tell what that is. But they're saying is an image of him on the balcony of their 35th floor condo, and he's kind of hanging the baby over the rail, man. But, man, he probably just out there chilling with his daughter, man. And so here they are again, man. He got angry and started throwing things around. Here's the thing, brothers. If you with a woman that, man, the first time a woman angers you, she's trying to do it. Now, you got to be a man and maintain your composure, but that's what turned y'all into pussies, because you maintain your composure so much and a woman keep pushing you to the edge, and then you just get into the habit of putting a lid on your rage, on your wrath, on your battle warrior mindset. And you become a cream puff. You understand? And that's what women are hoping for. That's why younger women really be marrying older men, because they're looking for a man who has settled off into cream puff stage, a man who don't have no warrior in him no more. You know what I'm saying? When you hear a woman say, "Yeah, I like dudes that's kind of chubby and overweight," because those dudes don't really have no warrior spirit. Now they'll pop that iron, but physically, a lot of them don't have no warrior spirit. Now there are outliers, but for the most part, when you allow yourself to just suppress your masculinity, you lose your warrior spirit, man. And when you say that a woman made you so angry, man, you were throwing things around, and they say he admitted grabbing his daughter, but okay, I can grab my daughter. Keita did tell the police that he wasn't doing anything to endanger his child, and he grabbed his daughter, but there was no malice or ill intent. He wasn't trying to hurt her. But what Tyreek said to the police is this: I have the same rights as a father as her mother, and I can take my baby whenever I want. That's the shit that gets you right there, man. When you have to say that, you must understand the society you live in. Now remember, they already had Tyreek Hill had pulled over, man, for he was driving in his I think he was in his Lambo. They pulled him over, had him late for the game one Sunday. And I would just want y'all to understand, brothers, you got to remember in this society that no matter how rich you get, no matter how famous you are, you still a nigga. And in some environments, in some counties, some cities, even some states, they're going to view you as such, period. Everybody knows the counties we stay out of. Listen, every state you go to has a county that black folk don't really like to go through. In Georgia, it's Forsyth County. In Alabama, it's deep down into Shelby County. In Mississippi, niggas don't like really going in Rankin County. I mean, that was just a story in Rankin County where the sheriff, Rankin County sheriff, him and several of his officers are going through it, man. They had a squad called the Beatdown Squad. They used to show up at black men crib, man, beat them down. You know what I'm saying? Being sued and everything, bruh. Facing prison time and all that. And I'm just telling y'all right now that you got to keep in mind, man, that as a man, as a black man in America, man, you got to make sure you protect your energy, you protect your essence, you protect your legacy. You got to make sure, man, that if you got a woman around you, she has proven herself to be loyal to you. She has proven herself to be loyal to the building of your legacy. She has proven herself to be loyal to the process of your progress. And if she's not dedicated to you, why in the hell are you dedicated to her? What's wrong with y'all? Now here this man is facing the point of his career where he's looking at possibly being traded and all of that. This gonna help him get traded, but this gonna lower his stock because now he come with these off the field issues, which messes with your money. Yeah, he got pulled over by the police. You could get out of that. Hey man, they just pulled you over. What they pulled me over for? Nothing. They let him go. Why? Because they pulled him over for nothing. This situation right here, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Y'all gotta stop dealing with women that don't have no damn respect for masculinity, that don't have no respect for a man. And it ain't about you. Well, she don't respect you. A woman who acts like this ain't never respected manhood and masculinity. Why? Because her little pretty self probably been able to control y'all fools with her body. Let me tell y'all something. Every man that can be controlled by a woman because of her body, because of that work she put on him with that woo-ha, all you do is make that woman look at men as weak. It ain't women fault for the way they act. Y'all men weak out here. Y'all let women push you over the edge, then you still put them in the wife position. You think he ain't have no problem with that broad before he married her, man? I bet he did. All y'all that having problem with your brow right now, you knew you were gonna have a problem with her. You too busy turning her into a housewife. But let me tell you something, boy, you can't turn her into nothing. She already is what she is. But that's y'all main problem, man. Y'all trying to make a woman be something she could never be. A woman don't learn as an adult woman how to respect manhood and masculinity. She already lost, dog. I'd rather have a woman that's a complete pushover, don't even speak up for herself or none of that, than to have a woman that has no respect for masculinity. Because that woman who's a pushover, she's in the full flow, in the full throes of femininity. She don't want no trouble. Now, she probably ain't gonna let you beat on her or nothing like that. Now, she probably put that iron on you now. I don't mind a woman defending herself now. You can't just be whooping on a man because you had a bad day at work now. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all men gotta stop putting yourself in these situations, man, where y'all let these broad treat y'all, man, like they special and y'all just somebody to deal with, somebody to be around. Man, I ain't got time for that. And you ain't got time for it either. So salute the young homie Tyreek here, man. I hope you get yourself together, dog. You got a career, man. You still the cheater. Man, go out there, man. Cut their bra loose. Pay their child support. Pay whatever you got to pay, man. Put their bra in your rearview mirror. Because the one thing about you going to make more money. The one thing about her ass ain't. When you put yourself together as a successful man on this level, dog, a woman can only get to your level through a man. There ain't no woman out here making no athlete type of money. Show me the woman out here, man, that's making the type of money that LeBron make without the guidance of a man. Nobody. You could say Rihanna got the guidance of Jay-Z. Beyonce got the guidance of Jay-Z. Even when you look around you, man, locally, there's plenty of women that make plenty of money. Find a single woman that make a lot of money and find a woman who got a man guiding her life to make the same amount of money. And then look at their net worth. Look at their financial situation. Look at their home situation. Look at their life. Look at their body. Look at all of that. And you tell me which one of those women look like they're doing the best under the surface. They both look good on the surface. But when you get under the surface, you realize, man, that a woman who has no guidance is worse off than a woman who has guidance if they start from the same level. Now, a woman with 2 degrees, yeah, she better off than a woman that work at McDonald's if it ain't now one of them got a man. But you find me 2 women with multiple degrees and you find me one that's got a man guiding her, and the one that's got a man guiding her is going to be elevated above the one who doesn't. The problem is y'all too in love and too in lust to even trust in yourself enough to understand that my well, no way, leading and that broad following is a must. And that's why every single relationship y'all have is a bust. Apply Pimp principles or get treated like a hoe. Like this video on your way out if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. When you subscribe, click that notification bell. Make sure your notifications are on so you can be alerted to when I upload some more of this Prism of the Ism. And as always, Alpha's up, Beta's down. Peace.